Damn.
What happened to anonymity?
Here I call. Ned Crawford.
Alright, welcome back to my padded room. It's not prison. It's not a sanitarium. But it sure feels like it. We are back to boot. Remember that comfy game where you'd wake up and you'd pick out food and stuff, you'd call girls, get some food brought to you, it was a nice time? Well, that's kind of out the door now because last time around we were summoned once again to this hellhole for reasons unknown. And we found out it was because, well, we don't know why we're here. We just know that Awan and Katya are on trial. And all we did was observe their trial. This is our second day here since we were dragged back after just only being gone a couple of days. So they must have missed me. Well, I guess it's time for us to go to work first, because you can't obviously miss work even if you're going to be observing trials, maybe even your own. Attention, extra line 049, transportation mode non-stop. Pighead, okay. See, I can do the pighead. You just go ahead and you mark them. The second one is what, 320, 360? You know what's going to be? It's going to be the liquid again. It's going to be the liquid again, I bet you. Alright, so we're coming to the end here, and it wasn't so bad. When you get the pighead, it essentially eliminates one extra item altogether, because all you got to do is just mark it with the red stamp, so it kind of eliminates one. The only thing you have to worry about is like filling the bottle up correctly, so that was actually not too bad. But the bad part comes now, obviously, when we have to go meet our maker in one regard. Alright? Who's picking me up this time? Hi there. Are you getting used to the work? Yeah, somehow. Good. Time for the court again. Yep. Imagine that. Time for the court indeed. You may sit here, Mr. Crawford. Hopefully, they'll reach some sort of conclusion today. Meet you after the court. Okay. So am I just observing again?
Good evening, citizens beloved. Second day into the trial. It's time for us to hear what the judges think. But first, the defendants. This one shall be done today. Here I call Katya Ivanov. Okay then, where were we yesterday? Oh, right. You admitted to trespassing and gave us a name. Joseph. We'll definitely look into that, although you could totally just make that up. So what else do you want to tell us before we hear it from some of our citizens?
I don't know what to say except to repeat the truth. I didn't make Joseph up. That's just what he told me. And I know nothing about this. I traveled a long way from Wurzmangs to Aiden just to seek a new life. Never did and will I mean any harm to Aiden or its people. That's all.
Okay, I think we've heard enough of that. Now, staff, let's roll the dice.
We're rolling dice? This is how we're determining the fate of people here? Very apropos.
What does that mean?
Oh. So this is how they draw citizens for whatever reason? Citizen number 185, please come forward to the stage. Who is that?
Who the hell is this?
Well, I guess they're all dressed this way. So yeah, I guess that's how they have anonymity amongst the people here. So they can say whatever they want and you don't know who they are because obviously everybody's dressed up. It's very eerie. The face, and I like how they have a microphone hooked to them too. That's actually kind of cool. Anonymous, huh?
Thank you, Your Honor, for having me. I see things in a very simple way here. It doesn't really matter where she came from. Did she break the law? Yes. So is she guilty? Of course. As for her connection with these, well, as long as we exile her, she won't be able to do any harm to us anyway, right? We'll just have to straighten our border control. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you. Next. Alright, I'm not sure how many different voices I'm going to be able to make for all these people that call up here, so apologies. It's really hard to come up with different tones and like accents and stuff on the spot. Citizen number 101, please come forward to the stage. There's a distinct to their size too, so that's actually kind of cool. Like they're not just like a copy of everything. Like this guy, I think is a bit thinner, more stood up straight. I think the other guy was more like lean forward.
Hi, Your Honor, and everyone. I think there's no need to argue if she's guilty or not, since she's already admitted it. The question is, should we let her stay? And the way I see it, we should not. If anyone can just come to our streets and line up for food, how are we going to survive? Think about your families. Do you have enough food on your tables? Do you want to make your share of food even smaller? Do you want some foreigners to make our food supply stations even more crowded? I certainly don't.
Thank you. Next. Yeah, I'll switch up the genders too. You know, that gives me different ranges at least. 212. Please come forward to the stage. Okay, this one does seem to be very similar to the second one. Maybe the first one was the same too. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks. Oh.
I don't know, sir. She's guilty, that's for sure. But I mean, don't we need people in the front lines now? Maybe we can put her there or something.
Oh, that brought up a rise in the crowd.
Yeah, she may be dangerous if she's, like, from these. Oh, stupid me. If she's really a terrorist, who knows what she'd do to our food there. We don't want to take that risk, do we? Let's just exile her for good. That's what she deserves anyway.
It looked like the moment people started getting rowdy, he changed his tone very quickly, huh? Thank you. Next. Okay, how many more of these do I have to do, bro? For real. 75. Please come forward to the stage. Okay, no, this one's a bit taller, right? Right? This one looks a bit taller than the last one. Okay. I don't know, man. I have such a short-term memory.
Your Honor and everybody, it's clear that she trespassed, so I'll just skip to that. About these, though, there's one thing she said that caught my attention. Didn't she say she paid for those people to get her here? If that's true, these people must be very experienced, right? So why didn't you have an ID, even a fake one? There must be something wrong. Maybe she's not been honest with us at all. Maybe she is indeed a member of these. Either way, we can't have her in hiding.
Okay, that might have been the last one. I had to pull out very bad Russian accent Falcon for that one.
Thank you all, beloved citizens. I think you've all made very good points, especially the last one. But you should know, it's never up for me to decide what's good or bad. In a minute, we'll have 1 or 2 rounds of voting. You can use the panel on your seat to vote anonymously. Before that, though, Katya Ivanov, if you want to defend yourself, now is your last chance.
Well, it seems like every time she says something, you're kind of like, yeah, okay, that's nice and everything. Next. I guess that's the point, though, huh?
What's wrong? Nothing.
Well, I guess she caught on to what I just said, too. Yep, there it is.
No matter what I say, it's not going to change the result, is it?
Well, if you keep saying things that don't matter, I don't see why it'll change. Our judges are not going to be lenient just because of your kind words. You broke the law. You broke the law.
I have nothing to say then.
Thank you for your cooperation. Staff, Please take her off the stage.
She's not wrong. I mean, what do you do? You're guilty even before you showed up, apparently.
Now, every judge that is present, please choose.
Do I have to do something? No, I guess not.
2 hours later.
Oh man, I'm so glad I brought up the escape menu. I actually do have to vote myself. What happened though when it jumped into the collecting screen here, like my cursor disappeared, and even though I was moving my mouse and pressing the keyboard, nothing was happening, so I thought I just had to wait. No, I actually have to vote myself. Okay. Watch me be the one not guilty vote.
But wait!
250 people here. 249 voted guilty, only 1 voted not guilty. You think they don't have the non-guilty vote data? You really think they don't?
Okay, the results is guilty. 249 votes against not guilty. 1 vote. It could just be a misinput. We had that before. And the result won't be affected by it anyway. Well then, since she's found guilty, the next voting is going to be about her sentence. The 2 possible options are decided based on items lost stowaway section.
Oh, thank you for leaving my cursor here. Exile or labor? Curious line about they've had issues with the inputs before. As in, like, maybe the vote went the way we didn't want it to, so we just called it input and made it the way we wanted it to. So, what do you think's better for Katya? To be exiled or labor? I don't know, I'm gonna vote labor. I mean, she left 4 months for a reason, right? I mean, maybe she stays here and, I don't know, works. She'll still get fed at least, to some degree. Okay. Well, it's a bit more split off now. Kind of weird how labor went up, then it went down. Now it's going back. Okay, that was weird. Very weird. It felt like labor was kind of going up, then suddenly it stopped and it was like, bring it back down, and out of nowhere, exile just shot up through the roof.
Thank you all for your cooperation. I think we have a verdict.
Oh, gotcha, I tried to at least do what was best, hopefully, for you.
Here I announce Katya Ivanov, guilty of stowaway, is sentenced to exile. The execution will take place in 1 week. The judge's decision is final. Case closed.
The execution, huh? Interesting use of words there.
Next, we'll continue our conversation yesterday with the other defendant. Please come forward to the stage, Owan Halim. I've got to say, not that many people can be as calm as you are standing there, Mr. Halim.
Not necessarily. I'm just bad at showing emotions.
Well, we'll see. So yesterday, you questioned the possibility of us knowing if there were items taken from your belt. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the result for that is, or the reason for that is...
Our distribution system. It makes us things so hard that it's impossible to know how many items will arrive.
And my boot in the first place. Right, about that. Here's our answer. Indeed, you were right about the distribution system. Normally, one can never tell if there's one thing missing, if there's things missing from the belt because no one knows the correct sum. But you know, we always go to great lengths when we're dealing with terrorists. So this time, what we did was asking every food inspector in Skyline, but you to go out for a 1 day off. And then, everything became simple. If the sum total of the items that they decreased, it must be you who took something off the belt. And to our surprise, it worked the first time we tried. To be exact, the sum total was down by 1 that day. You took it, am I right?
Oh, that's the face of a man that's know he's been got.
That's true. It would mean you had sacrificed the entire Skyline's manpower for a day.
Exactly. Like I said, we spared no effort.
But it still doesn't make sense.
We have every officer who took part in this to prove it. There's no running away from this, Mr. Halim. You must just admit your D's membership and cooperate with us. That might be the only way our judges would go a little bit easier on you.
Even if I did take things off the belt, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm with these, does it?
What are you trying to say? That you only took? No, stole? Food for yourself?
All right, yes, you got me. I'll admit, I did take some food from the belt for myself. But again, you can't say I'm a member of these just by that.
Juan's fighting it. You gotta give it up to the boy. He is throwing haymakers and hoping one of them just catches one of these guys in the chin.
Quiet, please. Very well. Just what we thought you'd say, actually. For that, we prepared a second piece of evidence from one of your colleagues.
Oh no! No! The bottle?
What? Oh, now you're surprised. Let's bring him on stage.
Oh, fudge. Me and... what happened to anonymity?
Damn.
What happened to anonymity?
Here I call Ned Crawford.
Ooh, boys.
Everybody, Mr. Crawford is also a Skyline food inspector. And Mr. Halim. So you have met Mr. Crawford, haven't you?
Yes, we were in the airship together when heading to the Skyline.
And at that time, did you give Mr. Crawford a thing?
A thing?
Why don't you take it from here, Mr. Crawford?
Sure. I was given a small bottle by Mr. Halim at that time.
And what did it look like to you?
Well, it didn't have a proper package and smelled like medicine. So my first impression was it might be something dangerous.
Then what did you do?
I gave it to Nastia, an officer, to investigate about it.
And as it turned out, this bottle not only came from beyond the border, but also contained chemicals we found at the crime scenes of these.
What?
You heard me. Is that enough to prove your D's membership, Mr. Halim? I think your silence says everything.
Wait!
You'll have your chance to defend for the last time tomorrow. Staff, take him down. Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Crawford. After this, I do hope your suspicion can be cleared soon.
What do you mean by suspicion?
Beloved citizens, I think that's all for us today. Apologize for such a long trial. Like yesterday, you may now go to the Grand Hall and get your free food. Eat well and get ready for tomorrow. Dismissed.
What do you mean clear my suspicion? Like my suspicion of Halim being part of, these, or helping you, there's a suspicion coming up against me in my next on trial? I don't know, the way you said that just worked.
Well, Mr. Crawford, guess we know why they tasked you to be here.
It's always good to know that you're with us against the terrorists.
Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
It hurt to see Katya end up like that. But maybe I'm no different from all the judges that put her in that place.
We also have a
note here.
Oh no. Oh no. I think, the suspicion thing might actually be against me after all. Better call Saul. I mean, if this is Saul Goodman, I'd actually feel a lot better. Better call Quinn. Well, this guy, I don't know who this guy is. He's no Saul Goodman, though, I can tell you that much. The card was slipped under the door. Lawyer Quinn? Alright. Well, it's not like I get a phone call here, so... Maybe we get out, we go back, and then we get called in for hours, and then we could probably call Quinn outside, because we can't call anybody from here, so... Let's go to work. In case you're wondering, I'm getting a lot of coffins. 2 of them, as a matter of fact, just now. 3 of them, okay. It's the body of the people they found guilty. That's just a reminder. Alright, Mr. Crawford. If everything goes right, today should be the end of Zawan Halim's case closed. Good luck. Yeah. Hey, bad. It's time for the main event.
Good evening, citizens beloved. Following what we discussed yesterday, today we'll hear from some of you, and hopefully wrap up the trial. Okay, let's first bring the defendant out. Here I call Awan Halim. Mr. Halim, as we know, our investigation together with Mr. Crawford's testimony yesterday have basically proven the charges against you. The result might already be obvious, but anyway, we're still going to hear from some of our judges. In the meantime, you may as well ponder upon your last offense. Let's get the dice rolling right away.
Oh, good. You know what? I'm just going to read these regularly, okay? Citizen number 107, please come forward to the stage.
Your Honor, and everybody, honestly, I'm shocked to hear what the defendant did. It's the first time I've seen a food inspector who is not satisfied with what he's already having. And with so little food we civilians are getting, he still wanted to steal from us? Plus what he did with these? I really don't know what to say except this man is a true enemy of the people. We'd better keep him in jail, forever.
Well, thank you. Next. Citizen number 163, please come forward to the stage. Glad to be selected, Your Honor. I just want to say I agree with the last speaker. And about these, really just by the way he speaks and acts, I can already smell he's one of them. The corrupted thoughts in their heads, that must be eradicated. That means we've got to interrogate him to get other D's member out before we punish him. How can we sleep at night with these people sneaking around? Next! So we're devolving into panic now, huh? It's always good. Citizen number 92, please come forward to the stage. Well, pardon me. I'll just cut to the chase here. What's there to discuss about a terrorist? This man is one of these who bombed our city and hurt our people. With all due respect, I really think we can just skip to the voting, and the result won't change a bit. Zero tolerance for terrorists, period. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he ever had a chance, huh?
Thank you all, beloved citizens. You've made better points than I've ever imagined. No, I can see how eagerly Mr. Halim is trying to speak for himself there. Let's hear him out before we move on to voting. What do you have to say for yourself at last, Mr. Halim?
I know everything I say now must sound like nothing but excuses. But at this point, the least I can do is to remind you of something. That is, I'm not the only one who's been taking things off the belt. Many other inspectors are doing it, and even the government.
Stop him now. Mr. Halim, why would you use your last statement to spread rumors like that? Do you think you can make us pity you or something? You had your chance. Staff, take him down.
Can't have you spreading those rumors about us, buddy. Get him off the stage.
Dear citizens, I apologize for the fuss the defendant made. Let's just focus on his crimes and get this voting going.
Oh yeah, I bet you want to get out of here as soon as possible now, huh? Alright.
I mean,
I can't, like, see the gotcha one, you know, there might be... Wow, there's actually one not guilty vote. It wasn't even me this time. Actually voted guilty. See, my reasoning... Wow, he's getting not guilties.
What if those are D's members?
There's more. There's obviously more than just Halim and the guy we speak to on the phone. Well, see, this is one that I was not gonna go not guilty on, just because, if they are collecting data. The Katya one, I could see it as, you know, we could kind of play it off like she didn't really do much, you know? But this guy literally being connected to D's is what they're saying, so I don't want to be the voting not guilty party, you know?
okay, I believe this result doesn't come out as a surprise to anyone. The few who voted against it, though, don't know what they were thinking. But in Iden, no one can ever get away with stealing food. Now, about the sentence. Based on Iden law, there will be two possible voting options. One is life sentence, making sure he won't be able to harm us in any way. The other is immediate dismissal, which also includes a permanent ban on future application for any government positions. And also, as mentioned by a judge, an in-depth interrogation will be executed either way, and further prosecution is possible. We'll try our best to eliminate these for our people. Okay, let's get started.
So you're gonna, like, torture this man until he tells you everybody who was part of D's? That would be me. I mean, I'm not really part of them, but I've taken stuff and I've given them bottles, so I guess in a way I am. Can you just imprison him for life and never speak to him? Just imprison him. Good. Yeah. Don't interrogate him. He doesn't have any information. No. It's trying to make a comeback. Alright. Come on, it's in prison. Just end it. It's in prison. There you go.
Well chosen, the result is just like what I expected. Glad the majority was not affected by the defendant's aggression. So here I announce, Awan Halim, guilty of misfeasance and terrorism, is sentenced to life imprisonment. The execution will take place after the interrogation.
Oh, he's still gonna be interrogated?
You didn't say that? The judge's decision is semi-final. Further prosecution may...
Semi-final? Further prosecution may occur. But that was the second option, right? You're just doing whatever you want now. I mean, no surprise. Oh man, this guy's gonna squawk like a bird? Fitting, I know. And he needs to wrap me out, and then I'm gonna be back. That's why you better call Quinn.
Dear citizens, there's one more thing before we finish. We've just been informed that a new suspect has been confirmed, and he's right here with us. Oh. Actually, you've all known him already. Ned Crawford.
Ah, damn it.
Staff, please bring him on the stage.
Oh, good. I didn't even call my lawyer. I gotta call Saul.
So, Mr. Crawford, thank you for your cooperation in Mr. Halim's case. However, just as we stressed, no matter who you are, no injustice will be allowed in our watch.
Sorry, but what did I do exactly?
Do you still remember how we found out about Mr. Halim's misfeasance?
Yeah.
Good. The thing is, he's not the only one we checked.
What?
Yes, I know. The cost of one operation like that was extremely high, so we couldn't do many. But it would be too stupid to think D's only had one spy up there, don't you think? So we chose a few more targets to caught our attention. And there was you,
the son of Benjamin Crawford. That's right. His father was among the men who put our entire city in danger 15 years ago. Mr. Crawford, we always wonder why they even let you become a food inspector in the first place. Guess we didn't worry for nothing. You are not that different from your father, are you? Tomorrow we'll officially press charges, with more evidence, of course. So tonight, you may want to contact your lawyer. If you're gonna have it. Is that clear? Yes. Good. Staff, take him down. So I'm curious, why didn't the other people get lawyers and I have a chance to get a lawyer?
Dear citizens, I'm sorry that this trial may still go on for a few more days. Please understand, and like always, you may now head to the Grand Hall to get your free food. That's the reward you all deserve. Dismissed.
Well, I mean, I wasn't too far off. I imagined I was gonna go back home. A wand was gonna squeal, I'd be called back. We just basically skipped that part. He didn't even squeal. I can't even blame that on a wand. It's just whenever I took anything whatsoever. Alright, Mr. Crawford. I honestly didn't expect to hear any of that about you today. Oh, I'm sure. Guess it's a lesson for me to learn. Anyway, if you have a lawyer to call, now is the time. Yes, we're gonna call Lawyer Quinn.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, follow me. Hell is it? Here we are. Feel free to pick one and dial. I'll be waiting in the back. Oh, sorry about those speakers. We have to make sure it's not abused. You can talk with your lawyer in private tomorrow, so relax. Oh, you can listen to my phone conversation, huh? How about that?
Here we go.
266-5248. Hello, may I help you?
Yeah. May I speak to Quinn?
Your name, sir?
It's Ned Crawford.
Okay, a moment, please. I'm sorry, sir, but there's no one named Quinn here. What?
I'm calling a law firm, am I?
Yes, you are, but there's no lawyer here with that name. How about other lawyers? Anyone available? Do you have an appointment?
No, it's kind of an emergency.
Sorry, sir. I can't help you if you don't have an appointment. That's the rule.
Okay, then.
Thank you, and have a nice one. Oh, good. How did I get the wrong number? I didn't even get a chance to dial it. Sounds like you got the wrong number. Do you want to call some other lawyers?
No, think I'm good.
All right, then. Let's head back.
What happened?
Well then, just for your information, work still continues tomorrow. I'll meet you after that, like always. Oh, you think I'm gonna try to even do a good job tomorrow? You better believe I'm letting everything roll by. F that noise. What happened here?
There's no escape, is there? How naive was I to think I could just win by becoming one of them? All I'd ever turned into was one of their bullets.